here. Decent versus, like, him, but the laning phase, as you said, and it looks like it is going to be Lycan versus Ember middle. I am not sure how that matchup goes, so. But, I mean, Lycan, right? You just get on top of him, you get inside the bubble, you get an Abyssal Blade late game, you can shred that Arc Warden.
Now, what about that last pick, Ember, though? Does that kind of throw a cog in things a bit? Or do you think that that's just a safe comfort pick for VG Gaming?
I think it might be a comfort pick for Ori as well, as it does I mean, right, they got it fully last pick. It doesn't do terrible versus any of these three cores. Like, in lane, like, obviously, he probably loses all three lanes, but he doesn't get absolutely trounced or dumpstered. And I don't know. Ori on that Ember, as Black said, you don't really want to pick against him because we've seen his Ember and we've seen Sumail's Ember, and those Embers don't really lose games.
Yeah, they are sick nasty, as we like to say.
No.
So, getting into action right now, and the lane's going to be dispersed a bit. I'm excited to watch again my boy DY here on the bottom. Mr. Ding, the Dinger.
Yeah, he's going to hit. And this guy, I mean, as much as we've been talking about, like, his laning phase isn't that good, but you just watch him in the mid and late game, like, his decision-making, everything he does is so good. I mean, if he fixes his laning phase woes, this guy is going to be an absolute monster.
And we were questioning over breakfast and talking about him a bit more. I was with Diori a bit, and he is a top, like, 30 leaderboard Chinese player, but typically a core player. So it's a matter of, is he just kind of unfamiliar with the support lane and how to kind of interact and not to overextend yourself? You know, you're a support. You can't just get way too high and mighty and aggressive. You'll end up just kind of feeding yourself over.
Yeah. As I mean, I'd say most core players think it's easy to play support, and then most support players think it's easy to play core, and that's where you get the hatred in pubs for sure. Like, this guy lost my lane, and you know the other guy's like, no, it was actually you, and it's always fun to see.
All right, trades from both sides as we have the full lane split. Top lane, though, we do have a sleep into an arrow. Nice setup here. Fade could be in a bit of trouble, but the stun comes out from Yang. One more right click, but Fade's able to eat his way through the trees and pop the bottle, chug it on down.
Yep, well, there's the combo that's been around forever. You just have Miranda Bane. I know the panel didn't really like seeing Miranda, but this hero, if you do get a good start, can just dominate a game, even if you're a little behind, right? We saw Koikba from Alliance just having an insanely good game on him, and another sleep arrow, but don't think much chance of a killer. Just take the regen away.
Yeah, try to, but
unfortunately, Centaur's a lot.
Yeah,
he has a lot.
He's got a lot of spinach and a good healing salve still there to work with, so it's going to take a lot of muscle power. And I'm there with you. Mirana, though, I feel like overall has been kind of hot and cold this event. Yeah, sometimes it's like she looks like the best hero ever, and when she's on a snowball streak, she just can't be stopped. She's a regular Robin Hood. In other games, it feels like she's never getting to that point whatsoever, and it's always just a bit lackluster. So it's very critical for her to have that good, successful laning phase and then keep the momentum running. Certainly against the lineup of VG Gaming here, because they have a run you down, rip you apart kind of lineup. Lots of objective push here between the Shadow Shaman and, of course, the Arc Warden, and then plenty of mid-team fight with the Global Silence, the Centaur blinking in, and the Ember Spirit.
Yep, and just Arc Warden not having to be there to be in a fight. That's one of the craziest things about it here. Like, hey, I'm going to be farming bottom, and guess what? I'm going to have a fake hero top who can do everything I can do. And
do you like the concept of Arc Warden?
I like the concept. I wouldn't even consider him really a Dota hero, but I do like the concept. Like, no other hero is really like him. Like, you can say, oh, TB sends illusions just like that, but Arc Warden is a completely different hero, even more so than Meepo, I feel. It is a very strange hero.
Definitely one of those like specialist kind of heroes you see the micro players get a hold of and kind of just continue to raise the ceiling higher and higher on their true potential. But here we go. They are pressuring Paparazzi himself. He's going to be forced to pull out the bubble, and it looks like that's more than enough to keep him safe and steady.
Yep, so he is playing the offlane in dual lane versus dual lane. Usually you do want your Arc Warden middle more so because you want levels on that hero. You want a quick book one, as we've seen, but I mean, if you can get away with it in the side lane, I believe Arteezy played it once middle and once side lane, and he got away with it, I think, both times, but usually you want levels on this here, so I want to see if Cuckoo can just pressure him out of this lane and make him feel uncomfortable.
Let's see. Saw there Yang trying to posture himself up forward on that Centaur. He's chewed through all of that regen now, all those tangos. He had 7, now he has none.
Damn.
So he's needing a lot of heavy harassment here, and at this point they might try to look for some opportunities to hit some heavy-hearted damage. If they can't get the kill, then they might be able to at least force him out from the lane. But they are going to be the ones kind of turning onto the Bane here with the shackles. A good leap to set the arrow to try to bail him out. He turns with a sap, quickly gets the first blood, but it will cost him his own life. Bloodshed across the top of the lane right now. Armel will bully back Fade as much as possible, but that first blood does get rewarded in TNC.
Yeah, I think that was an odd first play because I think he was actually going to die first, but his attack was in midair when the double edge hit, so obviously it took him down to 1 HP, and like his attack in midair got the kill. So Ninja Boogie, you know, a little bit lucky, and you take that in a game like this. This is elimination. This is for top 6. Top 6 is a lot more points than top 8 in the new major season.
Money too.
Yes,
that's for sure.
I like that. Everyone likes money.
Everybody
I think.
likes
I
money.
don't know, for the most part. And it can buy happiness. Everyone's lying to you if they say it can't.
Absolutely.
And well, only one for one. It's pretty even right now, and I feel like this Lycan, he's doing a decent job farming middle. Ember's as well getting farmed, but Lycan, if Ember leaves the lane once, his Lycan will just push down your tower. He gets the Helm of the Dominator, gets those wolves.
Yeah.
Your tower's just gone if Ori rotates.
Very similar to the DK and Death Prophets of the world. Like, if you're just going to leave something unattended, they're going to take full-blown advantage of it and run right through that lane.
Yep.
But that's going to be on Ori to rotate, and Ember does take a little bit of time before he feels strong enough to kind of make a rotation impact here. But they're happy to swing it out. Gets a lot of last hits here with that slight, but has to also eat a lot of damage for it.
Hey, you see that the wolves don't even really die to that slight, plus the flame guard. Once you get even just level 3 of those wolves, it's a decent matchup. Melee versus melee bottom though.
They're pressuring on in. Paparazzi trying to swing with inside, but Tim's is going to chase him down all the way. Doesn't care about the bubble, but the Ori rotation actually does come out sooner than I even expected. Making a move to step on the Cuckoo here. Both him and DY looking to chase him down. One more light click, and that's going to be confirmed for DY.
Tim's went down too. He tried to go for that kill in the trees, and he just fed a solo kill to Paparazzi pretty much, and they do get the kill top, but that's a great rotation because they do it before the Lycan Hell's Helm of the Dominator. He's just now hitting the tower. It is not going to eat that much damage. That was a very good rotation by Ori.
Good heads up play, good call out. And DY's going to get his first bit of intel already for the lane. But we could see a mild rotation coming out within just a moment. It looks like Ninja Boogie and Armel are going to be on the prowl here after tagging up and hitting the showers. Maybe a sleep arrow setup could be coming in soon, but mid lane also going to see its own approach, a jump and a chain down, follow up from Fade. They're locking. They're loaded onto this Lycan. He's going to be forced to go the way.
Oh my god, the uphill miss. I think he would have been possibly okay anyways, but that's got to feel bad.
Oh, it doesn't matter for Tim's though. He just gets run down. Ori's just putting in the work. Ninja Boogie shows up now, but it's going to be too late for the ideal rotation.
I'll just take some experience here, and that's the problem. They do not. I guess we didn't talk about that either. It wasn't just a comfort pick for Ori as well, because what lockdown do they have for this Ember? You have this Bane and Mirana, and that really is it. That's actually, that is not guaranteed setups.
Yeah. There's, I guess, for how much snowball potential we were saying for TNC and for Lycan and for Mirana, there's just as much there available for Ori, especially if he's going to go unchained and without any sort of lockdown from the side of TNC. And he's the one with kind of a smoother start here, 1-0, and he's now the king of CS at 43-8.
I do like the Ori and Sumail, the two prime Ember. Ori's going for the tread, Sumail goes for the phase. Just a difference, even though they are the two best in the world, they still, view the hero differently, that's always what makes Dota so fun.
Contention towards this full camp here at the bottom. It's going to be taken up from Paparazzi and DY. Oh, can't quite get it to connect towards the lane itself. And they'll have to make do with that situation.
But Radiant actually up a little bit of gold, even though they're down 2 kills, and it's mostly just the fact they're allowed to stay in lanes, right? You've got this Lycan with his, what's it called? Sorry, let me look at it. With this Feral Impulse, keeps him in the lane. You have this Necro, obviously can stay in the lane. They're not really pressured to ever leave lane or even have to bring regen because they're so self-sustaining.
And the only time they're on the move is when they're looking to make a setup play. Moonlight Shadow, first one of the game, leads into the sleep. Swing around, Cuckoo's trying to bring him down, and there it is. The Mighty Reaper Scythe will help secure that one, but a rotation again from Ori back to the bottom lane. Looking to go for a bit of redemption here and try to burn him up with that immolation burn, if you will, of the Flame Guard. There's the Ghost, there's the heal, yep. And it does manage to bounce him back a bit. The Curse is going to do some work onto the Necro, but it's still pretty low level, and he's going to heal his way through it, and they're going to secure the takedown onto DY itself.
He has 2 Arcane Curses on him, it lasts that long. And that was so smart. Okay, if you didn't saw there, Ninja Boogie gave Cuckoo the kill, so he got the hero regen from getting that, and that was really smart. Now look at full HP after using the salve. They have the Helm of the Dominator Lycan here, and this is very rare for Radiant to come and push the safe lane tier 1. You almost always see the rotations to the off lane to take over the jungle. This is a little bit different. As they said, TNC just plays differently.
Sleep, path's a bit pulled off. DY takes it, but it could cost him his own life. Lycan's just going to go chomp him on down. Back-to-back takedowns of Dink. Ori's trying to fight off the trouble here, but this tower is eating a lot of damage.
Yeah, that is just, I mean, we talked about DY's laning phase. It can be very rough, and he dies, comes back, and dies again immediately. Only level 4, and that's a little bit rough.
To the benefit of VG, they now have their Stampede online and ready. We saw that Centaur didn't have to get his hands dirty whatsoever with those recent trades, so he's had time in the top lane to kind of farm up at his solo. He's about to have his Vanguard complete. And then, as I mentioned, they have Stampede to work with if they want to, you know, whether engage or disengage from a sticky situation like we just saw.
Well, TNC, I know it's only 9 minutes in, but they're looking a lot cleaner already, even than just yesterday. They're just playing these rotations. They haven't really missed a rotation yet. Haven't lost any towers. They just haven't made any mistakes, and I mean, it's pretty damn important.
Rotation, though, coming out from Vici now. Fade has his own level 6, so if they can make a fight happen to the bottom, plus turn it into a push towards the tier 1, could be good money. They're about to pincer in onto Tims and Cuckoo, a fight over the 10-minute runes. They put their focus right away onto Cuckoo, lock him in his spot, burn him on down, grab that bounty, and then get back to the business at hand, and they finish off the old man.
Yep, nice and easy. Not only, so it's a 2-for-2 rune change, but you kill Cuckoo, and he's your safe lane. It's a pretty giant kill.
They're probably going to pressure out this bottom lane. They still have the wards up and ready if they'd like to use them to really finish it off.
I think you do. Yeah.
There they go.
Just toss him down. I don't really think you can defend, especially because you have this Arc Warden here. You see Tim's like hiding to the right, but you can't TP in. Look at it. If you TP in behind the tower, there's just 3 ghosts that are going to kill you immediately.
Yep.
Oh, I don't know. Someone's going to try.
Okay, well, they do end up off to the side of where those traps currently are. A little one is going to end up hitting him. Cuckoo wants to try to get some gold off these wards if possible. Doesn't look like Vici are trying to make something out of this.
Oh,
nice that. They're committing forward a bit. Back of a Moonlight Shadow. They have that sentry down, though, and they quickly get both hit with a curse, but they're pursuing forward, looking to go for the finish on Paparazzi. The arrow's there. Now the egg going to be committed. They put their focus onto the egg. They're not be able to take it. Oh, no, they are able to crack it, though. Follow up, global silence, turnaround play from Vici, but Cuckoo is able to get the finish right then and there. But Ori's not done yet. Diving right back in, able to chop on up and finish off Ninja Boogie before taking his leave.
This Arc Warden, that's why I talked about how you like playing Milk, because he is level 6 now. He's been necrolted twice, so he's been dead an extra, what is it, 30 seconds now? Yeah, 15 times 2, that's 30. That's quick math.
Good job, Green.
And it just feels like this Arc Warden, now you have an Ember who's extremely farmed, because he's getting all these cleanup kills, but I mean, is that necessarily a good thing that your Arc Warden is falling this far behind, even though your Ember is growing that quickly?
Yeah, you don't want to put everything on the way of the shoulders of just like one man.
One hero, yeah.
So we'll have to see if there's going to be a recovery period for Arc Warden, or if they're even going to be given that kind of grace period. TNC kind of keep this momentum going. I doubt they're going to be backing down whatsoever. I'll let Armor kind of take back to that top lane for now, but it looks like Tims is going to be invading a bit deep to get some ward vision for the team.
We saw the replay there. I just wasn't a big fan of the DY global ulti. It just feels like, as well as yesterday he did then, it's always after the egg, and level 1 egg, no one really cares. It's so few hits. They were all 3 fire spirited, and they still killed the egg. That is how, you know, the paper mache egg goes, I guess.
Look at that ward that Tims was able to put down, though. They figured there was going to be a ward drop within their jungle. He's not able to get it with the first sentry drop, and is still kind of looking around as far as where it could be, but it looks like that one is going to stand for a while and provide that little bit of vision for TNC to work with. Now Ninja Boogie's got a haste rune. He's also flirting around that neighborhood.
Yo, what up?
Spots out Centaur, hits him with the sleep.
But no Moron in nearby.
Yeah, not really sure. He's going to go for the grip here. Okay, arrow's coming now. It's from another city, it feels like. It does finally land, but the Phoenix just throws himself in with an egg and quickly gets cracked. Now Bane's going to go down too. I'm sorry, Grant. That may have been a little over-ambitious right there, but they're not done yet. They're looking to clean up what they already started. Suddenly a wild Gabby Wolf comes running into the field, and they're not going to back down whatsoever. They have 4 around here to fight.
You wonder, I was like, oh, because that was not a, that was a very interesting fight. Once again, you just lay the egg down, but you just instantly die right there. And the Lycan wasn't even, it felt like they were so far away. Like, I liked what Ninja Boogie was trying to do, but I think he had to wait another like 5 or 6 seconds because there was just nobody nearby.
I mean, it's a Vanguard Centaur. He just got level 9, so he's 1,800 life, but he had like 1,700 life for that trade. He's going to take a lot of muscle power. And Mirana, maybe if she had been a little bit closer, they could have done a hit and run kind of a job, but it just takes a little too long and it ends up costing TNC just a bit too much. Now what was a sizable gold advantage has been cut down a bit. Just about 1K for both gold and XP.
Yep, and it feels, I mean, Dyer just took a good fight, but I'm looking at this Arc Warden and just so low on the net worth list right now, and that is not where you want to be on Arc Warden. Obviously, that hero can catch up. If you win like one fight and the hero doesn't die, all of a sudden maybe you're caught up, but Paparazzi doesn't want to have to go and kill 5 heroes in a fight. He wants to just farm the jungle.
Possible posturing up towards that top lane. It's to note that they did finally get that ward down. It cost them 3 different sentries to kind of isolate where it was. So yeah, DY's feeling a bit broke after having to invest so much, but at least they are able to kind of remove that bit of vision. But TNC still have another ward up here to kind of work with for now.
Damn, that was a tough ward to find. I'm sure also, I mean, replays were definitely watched. Like, that's one of the biggest things. I know these support players, they will watch like 10 replays of the other team, just skip past sometimes, see where they place these wards, and get them down. It takes a while, but you get it.
Here we go. Uh-oh, just as Moonlight Shadow comes out, they make their move in. Do they have the detection for the Necro? It looks like they have it. He's able to step off, though, and go back towards the Shrine, tags it up with the help of the Ghost.
Global used.
And now a Global is going to be committed, one defensively to try to make it back and out and away, but boom! Reaper Scythe helps them finish. A little Shadow Shaman. Possibly looking for more here. Meanwhile, Ninja Boogie and company are able to get the finish on Yang up north.
That's a pretty good kill to get, especially because you don't really have damage from Mirana yet, just going with the Dragonlance. So it's just a full grip, a Brain Zeb, a double Starstorm, and you get it, and it denies the Blink Dagger. Centaur was like 100 away, and now he's about 300.
It's good. Every opportunity to kind of delay that. That's really their only like jump in initiation at the moment too for VG.
I feel TNC's in a pretty, it's only 3K, but it feels pretty sizable, right? Because they just used Global to decommit, and they still lost, I mean, a hero bottom and technically a hero top as well. So good play from TNC. They just look crispy right now. I mean, that one gank, okay, by the Ancients, you know, okay, that's a TNC one-off. We see that a few times, but everything else has been clean.
Clean and crisp. They still posture up pretty deep inside Vichi's territory here, up at the top lane. As the Necrobook's coming together for our Lycan friend, they're looking to take down this tower, make that money come in that much faster. Fortification is going to be forced out. Fade trying to do his best to keep the pressure backing away, but as they hold out for the glyph, they go back in looking to go for the finish, but there's going to be the Hex. Yang not looking to follow up with anything quite yet here. But they are going to be able to bring down the tower. No deny is there. TNC should take their winnings and leave. Well, mid lane, yeah. Paparazzi and Ori, with the benefit of Stampede, trying to step in and go for the Necro, but the Egg's going to be committed, and they don't know if they want to go for the finish or go for the Egg. They are going to get the Egg done. I mean, it does allow the safe leave of Cuckoo, the Necro, but...
He'll sacrifice himself for that. That is a 3rd highest net worth Necrophos, and they get out. These rotations.
Arrow, boom, on the ding-dinger, right there.
He's killed. And DY, I mean, this is a normal DY right now. He actually only has 4 deaths, so for him, not too bad. But the problem is he's trying to get these wards down, but, I mean, he's just not really getting them. He has 1 deep by the Shrine that gives him a little vision, but I don't think Radiant really wants to play around bottom, so we'll see if that ward really gives him any vision.
I don't know if it's just like some sort of safety ground for their cores to kind of farm up if top seems a bit too hairy, but you know, sometimes the supports just kind of make that sacrifice to get that little bit of vision. Top lane, smoke setup again. Ninja Boogie
got the grip.
Armel jumps in, but the silence is there. He was confident not using the arrow follow-up, but it's probably for the better. That global would have allowed him to step back and away, but it's a defensive global to save their Ember.
Yep, and now you have the Lycan ulti up in about 30. You know, global won't be there. It looks like he is book 2, almost book 3. They could be pressuring the base anytime, or Roche. Like, Roche is super easy. He finds another Alpha Wolf. I know when I'm playing like a Chen or a Helm of the Dominator hero, you're always looking either for the Ice or the Alpha Wolf, and you just can't find either. And he has found 2 Wolves in a row, and yeah, look at how quick Roche goes down in 18 minutes in solo.
He's the Wolf Man, and their plan is to quickly snipe down this Roche, but there is an approach from Vici here, just on the outside. Appropriate sentry there. Fade thinking about stepping in, gets welcomed with the sleep. Yang does have that Blink Dagger, blinks over the right click, hits the chop on the Mirana, and now calls out the Stampede. The Egg's going to be committed right in the middle. They think about going for the focus right there. There's the wards, there's the Reaper Scythe. Going to be able to get the finish onto Yang. He's going to get dropped on this one. DY also should be going down, chopped up to little bits, or he could be next. He's able to get the chains down, and now he is running out and away. Will TNC continue their pursuit, or will they double back? Finishing off the wards, it looks like, for some easy money.
There's a lot of easy money, and they're going to get a tier 2. I think TNC could very well just end this game in like the next 5 minutes. This Lycan is jacked. He's bringing out his book 3, and this Armel, right? We've always been worried about these Mirana's farm. Mirana is keeping up, has a full Maelstrom coming out with the Dragonlance, like didn't skip the Aquila. And this Mirana is feeling pretty good. TNC just looks like a whole new team today.
Yeah, today they're feeling rested and ready. And I have not seen, I guess, since Vichi's matchup against Secret, Vici kind of get put in this type of position.
Yeah, like yesterday we saw they just played very flowchart the entire game. They played both games the same. They won them very easily, but as we said, a little bit lower caliber of team. And now you're just looking. I'm looking at Paparazzi right now. He just got his Midas at 19 minutes. You will start to farm a little bit quicker, but you just feel so far behind us this year. And I bet he knows it. He has to like aggressively farm somewhere, but it's scary.
Here we go, Vici trying to make something happen, and I think they got a good opening here, but leap gone, and the chains were not there from Ori.
That was odd. He like used them before the slight, but I thought he was right next to him. That was actually really weird. I do not know what happened.
Just a bit of a mispush, just stumbling across Morani, like, ooh, and then you kind of misfire on your buttons, I guess.
I thought he was right now. I actually thought that just hit, but it didn't, so a little bit of, not sure, but Morani gets down. Yeah, there you go, farming up, and I'll be interested to see where they want to go. Fade, uh-oh. They go for the TP. Do we have an ulti from Cuckoo? Nope, but the U-Wolves found you.
In his spot. Looks like Fade should be finished here. He's making him work for it, though.
The Lycan just farming the lane, like, whatever. You're going to die eventually. My book 3 will get you.
Meanwhile, top, a finish for the Tier 1 tower. Cuckoo steps in. They're on the back of a Moonlight Shadow. And it looks like they should be able to get the deny if they'd like. Yes, they will. Our money, not yours.
This is just looking real good for TNC. And the problem is, like, you have the Centaur and you have the Global, but if you just misuse one of those right now, they'll just push your base. Like, if you just somehow lose the Global, all of a sudden Grip becomes 100 times stronger, you're just going to get pushed in by this Lycan. So they got to be very careful with how they use their abilities.
Feels like their best bet is trying to take a fight and then keep following it up with the tower kills, but those opportunities don't seem to be as easy as they anticipate here. Oh, pressure to come, it looks like, down this mid lane.
Yeah, they're committed. I mean, when you have Coop, Lycan's leaving. I was like, when you have Lycan and Necro on the same lane, it definitely feels like they want to get this tier 2, but he's gonna farm the jungle first, then probably come that way.
Yeah. Aegis has got some time left on it. And it's one of those things, like, Lycan Aegis is always kind of awkward. Do you want to, like, use your shapeshift before you die, or you want to wait till after, likely, right?
Yeah, I think so. And he's making a little mistake. His siege creep's actually backed by his tier 1 tower, and that could just be destroying this, but oh well.
Oh, that is a bit of a mistake, hanging back there, but they're already fighting it out. A bubble going to get dropped on that tower to help it quite a bit, but follow-up fortification. TNC have to back off a bit. These creeps need to get finished off.
Oh, Ninja Boogie, someone help him. All right, Armel's like, I got you, bud. Escort him home.
I'll take that debuff for you, sir.
Oh no, is he really just... Feels like Gabby just forgot about his Helm of the Dominator creep. I'm just looking at the siege creep just sitting middle.
So sad,
I'm just chilling, just chilling.
I got a parking ticket, man. I can't move.
That's pretty, I mean, it's a lot of damage. Oh, Ori.
Okay, chain down for Boogie. They try to arrow and slow everyone down. They're going to commit the global just to get the finish on the Bane?
The thing is, this is vision, right? Like, Radiant had vision of all that happening. Dire had no vision. They actually probably didn't know. Like, they probably thought all 5 heroes were here, but unfortunately it wasn't. Now Gabby's going in. Oh, Paparazzi. Here we see the counter.
Yep. And this is classic Red Riding Hood and Big Bad Wolf scenario up here on top lane.
Yep. And welcome to Lycan. That's why, I mean, they said, like, right, Slark counters it, but that hero's garbage. Lycan, a little better hero, but you just get on top of him, he's dead, and all of a sudden, you're going to find more.
Arrow, not quite going to be there on the back end of that Yules, but DY tries to make a valiant escape. Yang caught into the mix, but okay. They do have a bubble, not going to be good enough to save him from the Reaper side. Then Ward's dropped into the mix. Maybe Ori can clean up a couple here. They are able to get Tim's down. They're looking for Cuckoo, who tries to walk around the corner, but eventually does get caught up and finished off. All right, a 2-for-1 trade there going Vici Gaming side, but it does cost him again. They had to commit the wards.
And Paparazzi bought back.
And Paparazzi bought back. Ooh.
I think it's a reasonably even trade, but Paparazzi just feels bad. Like, Ori's like, man, this game's great. And then he, like, looks at his other cores. He's like, oh, boy, this is going to be rough.
My shoulders are going to... I don't know if I'm ready for this one or not, but...
He's gonna try. Oh, I like Ninja Boogie's posturing down here. He's setting up to look for Paparazzi. Look at the ward sees Paparazzi, and he's ready with that grip. But oh, he ran out when the range creep was there. We'll stop that gank.
Oh,
I like how he postured too.
He's
that was
still hanging around.
Play, yeah.
He's still hanging around. Ninja Boogie's right here, but
he sees him with his ward though. He knows.
They kind of see Tim's. It looked like also thinking about rotating over. At least Ori may have just briefly spotted him out. And it looks like this gank attempt might be thwarted.
It feels like this game right now is mostly the Radiant's vision. Like, there are a lot of wards up from Dire, but the Radiant's vision have just been seeing more of where the Dire wants to go, and Dire's vision just feels kind of empty.
It's got to help that you have like a Necro book you have floating around, being able to clear the playing field as much as possible. Oh, no.
Can he even make it away?
Stampede defensively be able to make it away from trouble because he wants to hold the global, which is up in about 1 more second. No!
Did he kill it with the Arcane Curse?
I don't know.
I think he killed it with the Arcane Curse and it exploded on the melee Necro book. Oh, no.
It was like 1 second global was available, too. I mean, looks like a fight wasn't going to be there available anyways, but that's just unfortunate for Ding.
Yeah, it is. That's very feels bad. And, well, Gabby just continues to farm. Arcane Rune has the 12% cooldown reduction. I'm interested. I feel like they should be pressuring their advantage a little bit more, though. I've liked what TNC's done, but it feels like they're playing back, and they're still allowing Paparazzi to farm, but bottom.
Maybe now they're on the aggressive here. I think they spotted out Yang, in between Yang and Ori together. They're not feeling quite as confident, but it is 25-minute rune time, and they spot the Centaur trying to head up that hill. Now Ori's going to be thinking about shifting over. Armel not thinking about chasing, but Ninja Boogie may have just been caught out. And between the two of them, I don't know if Armel can help on this one. So eventually they are going to have to take that L.
Yep. Nice job. Gets the stun and then wakes up. But over here in the middle, this Necro's dead.
Okay, that was a bit out of positioning there for our Necro friend.
And I like that Cuckoo pings like they have a ward here. And they really don't. They actually just don't. He was just, I don't know why he was there. I really do not. I can't tell you. And, well, here we go. DY, let's see what happens. And it is the Arcane Curse. The Arcane Curse killed the Necro book, and he got word.
Damn it. That's got to be unfortunate for Mr. DY.
Yeah, and usually you're like, oh, man, 200 gold. Man, maybe it was worth it for him. I don't know. He got the 200 gold from killing the book, I guess. Oh, okay. The BKB.
Yeah, he's trying to run him down there, trying to stampede, run the hell away if possible. Do they have the catching available? No. Jump over and across. They stop the book and the creeps in their tracks. And they have to kind of regroup here. Do VG want to pursue? They're thinking about it here. They are going to have possibly high ground advantage and the global, so that should lead to a follow-up onto Ninja Boogie.
DY actually killed the Necro book again with this curse.
Oh,
he almost
Gabby could be next. Beautiful rotation in from Fade, able to set up with the Hex now, looking to get the grab of the Shackles, but he's stuck within the trees. Can't make it out, but the follow-up is going to be there regardless, and they should be able to get Gabby finished, and they do.
Well, Ori's beyond godlike. They're down. They were down 3K gold, and Ori is beyond godlike. So this man he is wearing the Nike sweatband. He is sweating his ass off.
He is just got the team up on his back, and he's saying, "Don't worry, guys. Continue to look forward. Yeah, we'll be there."
And the biggest thing is Arc Warden's now only 100 behind Cuckoo on this Necro. So even though it's been just an awful game for Paparazzi, the lane was hard. He is finally now above one of the other cores. He is back because of Ori just putting in all this work as well as Armel.
Maybe just because of the lack of opportunities that suddenly have shown themselves for TNC is where we see like that kind of Mirana just fizzle a bit in the same position for a while. She was able to now finish her BKB, so we'll have to see if that's going to be good enough for him. But a jump already, a good catch and side pick right there on a Ninja Boogie will be taken out of the equation. They're going to get that finish of the Tier 1. And are they going to pursue here? Ori just throws his spirit forward, thinks about going for the chase, but I think VG are going to be confident with that. They are starting to put themselves back in this game, damn near even now, and they don't want to let that go of that momentum.
Yeah, just get some BKBs. We saw the Lycan use this first one to try to run down DY, but guess what? You just commit the Centaur ult, you get away, all of a sudden you turn around, you get a couple kills, and I don't know, this is the problem, right? We saw Mirana have a good laning phase, and it feels like she's already starting to fall off a little. They still are 2K in the lead. But if you can kind of feel the scale shifting a little bit because a ton of unsuccessful ganks in a row.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, their jump catch on TNC is just not really there. I mean, here's their jump catch right now.
Jump
Yules is really what they have. They will be able to quickly execute. It looks like the Shaman, take him out for, I guess, 50 seconds will have to suffice for then. Turns around, he'll power up. Looks like Centaur may have just bitten off more he can chew than trying to jump in on that one. And just as we're getting ready to praise VG Gaming on getting this game back even, they feed over 2.
Yep, I think they're kind of okay with that, right? It's just your Rasta as well as your Centaur. You get one kill, and you are pushing in bottom, and it looks like they might be able to actually defend middle tower, which is a pretty big deal. It keeps their jungle open for themselves. We'll see, though.
And Paparazzi has book 1 now to work with, so that split pressure that we all know and love from the Arc Warden is starting to come online. He's got the tool belt.
Yeah, and just look at this. The bubble just saves the tower. Yeah. Like, that bubble is such a nutty skill. I don't want to say it's broken. It's odd. And maybe it is. I don't know.
It's really good. Yeah. The cooldown's not even that crazy either. All right, you'll set up. Just a little bit of mild harassment here. Cuckoo. Lots of flux damage here. Ghosts up.
Centaur is alive, ulti in 10, so I think, yeah, TNC knows, like, Centaur's alive now, we gotta get the hell out if he just catches one of us.
This Shaman's kind of farmed, actually.
Yeah, he's a beast. He went the Aetherlun's Ags build. All right, so
man.
I mean, I cast a lot of NA Dotas. Z-Freak always does this build when he played, especially on Complexity before he switched to 5, and yeah, this guy is actually severely jacked.
All right. They roll together knowing the potential power that they hold, and they are smoked. Roche is also up, so if they're successful with this fight, they could follow up with that objective there. To the high ground they go. Armel didn't really see them coming. It gets quickly caught out. Not even a chance to be able to leap away. The follow-up global is going to be there, and this could be a huge moment for VG Gaming. Looking to run him down, tying down Cuckoo. He's going to be forced to self-Yules up. Now Gabby tries to step in and get something going. Almost able to burst down Paparazzi, but the Yules will save him for now. Tries to drop the bubble, but will still get popped. Speaking of getting popped, the egg also gets cracked, and he's going to be forced to buy back. But Cuckoo's already been finished, and this fight already belongs to VG Gaming. And by the way, it's also 30 minutes. Let's get some bounties. Maybe they even think about the Roche.
Yeah, what a good... Oh, look, I like Gabby. Yeah, you got to go with those. But those bounties are actually so important. You can't let him, like, win a team fight. Your Phoenix just bought back and did nothing. You got to at least get those bounties and get a little bit of gold back. And wow, what a fight. Now we're seeing it's pretty long cooldowns on Global and Stampede, but it doesn't feel like TNC's punishing when those abilities are down, right? Because Silencer's useless without that ability, but every time he uses Global, it seems TNC just goes to the jungle and farms, and it doesn't feel like they're doing enough this game right now.
And they definitely did use those abilities defensively for quite a bit in that mid-game phase, but we'll have to see if that is something that TNC, a window of opportunity that TNC unfortunately had bypassed or not.
And we see the replay here, and just a good jump. Ori had, because he's so farmed, he just didn't care. He blinked uphill. He didn't know. Maybe there's just people up there, and he just gets it. And this egg almost goes off, and this is just a hectic team fight, right? You have the bubble and the egg. Like, people don't know what's hitting what, and they bring down the egg, instant buyback, and he's just useless though. And we're seeing the Necro doesn't feel like he owned in lane, but this is the problem. It just, you don't feel him after he uses Reaper. It just doesn't feel like a hero that much. Yeah. They're going to get a Roche on Raiden, I think. I don't know if Dire can actually contest this.
Doesn't look like it.
They could still think about taking a fight after, honestly.
I don't know, actually. There it gets finished. Yang's already outside the front door. Just before he thinks about making a jump in, he says it's just a little too late and decides to jump the other direction instead. TNC are going to be granted the extra life on this one. We'll have to see what they can really do with this bit of time. And the last stage just felt like they weren't able to really amount to a whole lot. Maybe got a couple of tier 2s, but I imagine they got to get a lot more going because, Grant, as this goes later, do you just favor VG Gaming right out of the bat for the late game?
I think the late game, yeah, but this Lycan is getting to an extreme. Whoa, they're about to take a fight middle, though.
Gabby is beelining his way to go in, immediately going to get the finish there onto the Silencer. He is able to get the global off first, but it doesn't seem it's going to be mattering a whole lot. The follow-up takedown of the Shaman is there, and it's easy. Armel secures the double there. Now it's Yang on the run. Ori trying to slow them down as much as possible, but Armel's on the chase. Arrow catches him right in the rear end. And that should allow for the follow-up, but he's tanky, man. And the buyback's there for Shaman, and they just send him straight to the Shadow Realm. Over 100 seconds he'll be out of this one.
And that was good aiming by Gabby. Gabby goes in, even though Global went off, he just kills the Silencer in like 2 hits because, well, DY just has 500 HP. And then he looks for the Rasta, and the Rasta, like, it felt like wanted to place some wards, his wards down, but they would have just got cleaned up, so he couldn't. He just ends up dying. And now he buys back, and yeah, there's another look at that. Just runs down. Easy Silencer, easy fate. Even with that ulti, guess what?
Yeah, he was like about to maybe place him right there. He's trying to figure out where a center focal point would have been for that fight in his team, and there just really wasn't one like you were mentioning. And then as they chase on forward, it's like an arrow right down the alley. There's no way to really be able to dodge it without still getting yourself caught out.
That's the one thing, right? You have the Stampede, which we've always seen, but the arrow! Oh my goodness.
Close, but not quite there. A gift from the night.
Yep. I think the problem is, though, you just forget this Lycan has a self-stampede that lasts longer than your stampede, so you can't really just run away. If Lycan's zoned in on you with a BKB, even if you're stampeded, he's gonna run you down.
Yep. That man is fast.
So I just realized not only does he counter this Arc Warden, but he is pretty damn good versus this Centaur ulti as well. This Lycan, maybe we'll see more play if this Arc Warden meta keeps going. We'll see.
We'll see. And the circle continues. Up the back end of 7.19.
I'll be honest, I've been enjoying it because we have been seeing more and more heroes, right? As every tournament goes, there's always its own meta, and we see new heroes. But there's a Shiva's now an Ori. But guess what? This Arc Warden's now in 2nd place on the net worth, only behind Gabby on the Lycan. We'll see. If TNC takes one fight, you could just lose your base, though. You have this Lycan, and he just runs down your buildings like a TV.
Oh, lots of heavy damage on the Ninja Boogie, who's valiantly trying to take out that vision from the high ground. Is able to get it. And a Moonlight Shadow. Cuckoo's right there in the lane, right in front of Ori. Shows himself. Ori's going to go for the quick creep wave snipe. Arrow. Not going to find anyone.
Run at him.
Jump in. Yang's forced to stomp. The egg's there right behind. Gabby says, I'll try to go in and clean up for the paparazzi. He's forced to slide out and make it away. They stampede themselves back inside where they feel it's safe. And now fighting right on the side door porch. Centaur fends off the trouble. It looks like Vici will hold the line on that one. Hard commitments from the side of TNC, and they get nobody slayed.
Wow, that was just a strange fight. Ori's looking for more, though. Can he find someone? Ninja Boogie's not the best catch, but hey, a kill's a kill.
I'll have to settle for it. They ping out the other side. Are they going to continue to chase a blink in from Yang? But looks like too much distance at that point may have been created between TNC and the rest of the pack.
Ember, he did blink forward, and then he's like, whoa, I don't have any mana. Whoopsie doodle, and then just runs away.
Yeah.
So, another good fight from Vici Gaming. They use all their cooldowns, but we'll see. I just don't know. And yeah, top, are they actually going to get him? Yeah, they are.
A race, a greedy Cuckoo, I think, trying to race up to where he thought a bounty root could be. But he is just hit with a crossfire from Vici. Were you guys just bottom lane?
Yeah, it feels, I don't know if you could do that versus Arc Warden. Like, maybe in any other game, but versus an Arc Warden, like, you know that Arc Warden's going to be twice. And Gabby gets one bottom, it's just DY. Old DY's just going to die bottom. The middle.
Yep.
Behind the Aegis. Can they get this kill?
They're trying to. Armel bounces back now. It's BKB. Right click down the Centaur, but he's returning even a bit of that damage. Not an easy take, especially with that Crimson. Oh my, Ori! Looking to go for the quick snipe on Tims, but now finds himself in the bad end of a grip. But there's not any damage or follow-up anywhere near. And suddenly TNC have just lost 4 across the board.
And I like, Gabby is trying to still push bottom in, which is what you have to do, but dude, this is, it is the Ori show, 100%. He is 14, 0, and 12. This man's a beast.
Insane. And he's left plenty of time out there for paparazzi to kind of be like, don't worry, friend.
Guess what?
I'm here now.
I know you see the net worth chart. He has taken the lead. Paparazzi has made the comeback because of Ori's space.
And it's like that 35-minute marker, so it's like the whole drow factor, if you will. It's like there's just a huge power peak you got to take advantage of, and unfortunately that window may have passed. Here we see a replay of the action here just after the Aegis takedown of Armel. He tries to return back onto him, but Ori finds an opportunity here onto the 3, and look at this setup. Boom, boom! Slashes it on down. Boogie valiantly tries to go for the grip, but there's just too much Vici power rolling through this mid lane.
And this is looking rough. It really did feel like TNC just kind of missed their window. They're still in it, obviously, if they get some nice pickoffs, but the problem is with Stampede, with Global, and the fact that Ember can just get in and out of these fights, because there is no one selling, right? We saw the grip. That is all that holds him down. And if you don't kill him in that grip, you are never catching them.
Yep, just no catch. Starting to look like a pretty damn good 5th pickup for Vici on that Ember. But TNC, they just used their Necro book. They're kind of hanging on the outside here to scout things out from Vici's front. Vici smoked back just after that little skirmish.
With Cuckoo and Armel together, that would be, whoa, there's lightning. Cuckoo needs to know.
Oh, he's just dancing around, unfortunately, on the other side. Does pop a Lotus to make it away from the chains. They're stampeding. They're looking to cut off the old man, and they got him. Arrows through, but it's not going to find any mark. Global follow-up, and that should all but secure the takedown of the Necro.
You know, I'm not mad at DY. Just get it off. You never know if you're going to get jumped. Just get it off.
Ori is just a man on a mission here. Tries to aggressively
He
jump in,
have
and they pop BKB, and they try to turn right onto the Ember. Can they make him pay for it? Yes, good grab there. They'll Reaper sight them down. He's going to be forced to buy back to come back into this one. It looks like they do get the ward drop right on top, shackling down and looking to get up the finish onto Armel. He is able to walk away from the trouble. Cuckoo looks to step in and go for the finish, but those wards are inside the bubble. Kind of hard to grab. And TNC have to backpedal back inside.
Even now, I don't know. Vici got to be very careful. Ember's back alive with full everything, but he doesn't have any remnant charges. He's going to get 1 in 3 seconds. That was just way too aggressive. Like, they can't bring you down because of how mobile you are. But if you don't have any remnants out, you're not very mobile.
And that is a 10 times kill streak being handed over to Cuckoo, too. I mean, TNC will be happy to take the extra money at this point in the game. That's for damn sure.
Yep, and take away Ember bought back for that, so he was actually getting close to the soul booster, getting up to that Octarine, and you see that was a very good pickoff. But this Ember, you just see a little bit caught. You're 14-0 and 12, and you're like, let's go. Oh, no Remnant.
But it's also a great call from TNC. The second they see this jump, they at almost the same moment say, let's turn on to him and take him out.
Yep.
So if there was any hesitation there, one leaving, one staying, could have been much more awkward for TNC. But they find a good opportunity to converge and at least get that finish and take that bounty.
That's been not the biggest deal, but it's a pretty good one. They have the Radiance on the Phoenix now, so, you know, a lot more misses. Just getting in there, doing a ton of damage. He took the Fire Spear DPS as well. And this boy, Tim's, does a ton of damage. He is very farmed as well. He actually just passed the Shadow Shaman.
Dang. Yeah, you're right. He's going that Radiance now.
I guess, I mean, I talked a lot about yesterday about like the scaling, not the cores, but the supports. And Phoenix definitely outscales a Rasta as well as a Silencer. Like Phoenix is one of the best late game supports in the game.
Yeah.
If not
to take away from those other supports. I mean, they offer utility to the late game for sure. I mean, you know, wards could be tremendously valuable if they don't have to be committed within a fight. And let's say you finish a fight, those wards could help just close out the game. That much faster mid lane though. Trouble for D1. Jules is there. They're chasing him out. The Stampede for assistance to allow Vici to make a safe escape. TNC, once they see that, say, oh, we'll go the other direction here. They got a little bit of time. 10 seconds, this Roche is going to respawn. Obviously, both teams trying to secure that perimeter so they can go for it themselves. I imagine TNC really would love to have this Roche because it'd be scary to see Vici with an Aegis at this point in time.
And I don't think Vici definitely can't like take the Roche straight up themselves. Well, say TNC sees Vici gaming like 2 or 3 heroes bottom, they can just take Roche super quick. And if they try to fight, guess what? Egg is by far the best ability for Roche this game.
Okay. Getting to the high ground, blasting down wards.
I do like how TNC like makes teams play like this. Like usually you want to see like your Arc Warden somewhere else on the map, but because TNC's always playing around this Roche, they're always 5 themselves. It forces Vici to play the exact same way as them, and it's good for TNC. It's a very close game still. It's 3K lead, but we'll see if this Light King can just get on top of the Ember or the Arc Warden. He can blow him up so quick.
They're waiting for Arc Warden to kind of show himself or his clone in another lane. He did send it to the bottom lane, so as this does happen, they could see a little bit of pressure. Nice quick BKB to avoid the stun. Armel leaves himself within the trees, look to go for the finish and get the grab, and they are going to be able to secure it onto the Rasta. Rasta does drop his wards in the meantime, and it does a lot of heavy damage, and because Armel's trapped, like you mentioned, he is going to get finished. Swing in from Tim's, drops the egg. Paparazzi trying to make it out in a way, does create enough distance from himself to be able to make it out from that stun, but he can't make it away from Gabby, who's just chomping him at the ankles all along the way. It is a 2-for-1 trade, or 2-for-2 rather, a buyback from the Shadow Shaman.
Look at this, Dyer's looking, they're like, wait, they're not doing Roche, we got to find something with this, and doesn't look like they will, and Tim's even, dude, Tim's going to be level 25 soon. That is nuts for a Phoenix.
Cuckoo's in trouble. Showed himself in the lane, trying to pursue him here. He gets the Yules off onto Yang, tries to juke his way up. The curse there.
Does it? They don't know it
catch him.
yet.
There's no way to save him. I mean, with
DYC
Armel dead, they have no Moonlight Shadow or anything. It looks like they are going to be able to get that grab.
That's definitely just a mistake from Cuckoo there. Like, he had plenty of time to just leave the lane, get back to his base, be secured, and kind of just feeds away a kill.
It would have forced buybacks for pretty much nothing at that point, but because they got that kill, they feel confident moving back and inside the Roche pit now.
They lose a Roche to that Cuckoo. That's a huge mistake. This 100%. Is the 3rd Roche, too. This is the first Roche Vici's going to take. They're going to get the Refresher Shard. Guess what? Oh, you don't have an Ag Centaur, but I wonder. You might just hold it for a while and like double backdoor with the Rasta. I think you were gonna say, right?
Yeah, Shaman maybe can take it.
Yeah, you might just hold on to it. You don't have to use it.
He does dig it.
Yeah, I like it. Because if you do, say, get an Ags on Centaur, you never use the double wards, you could hand it over to him. I think you just hold it unless you get a crazy backdoor opportunity for Fade.
Yeah, that or Global, double Global could even be decent too. There's a lot of great double refresh options on their team.
Man, that looked like such a good fight TNC took, and it was, and then Cuckoo just kind of tosses it away top.
All right, well, now they're going to be tested to hold the line, and they're not going to have Cuckoo to back them up. Armel's up in just 3 seconds time, but here comes trouble. Mortification already committed, and wow, Boogie just insta-snipe there on the side, no chance whatsoever. Yang fakes back, Armel wants to swing into the mix.
Double wards.
Star Storm, but yeah, as you mentioned, the wards are going to get committed right in the midst of the base, and it's going to be a matter of trying to deal with that or deal with the enemies here. They are going to get the finish onto DY, immediate buyback by him. Follow-up takedown of Yang, or he could be next. Steps back. Paparazzi, though, is just like a turret, shooting from the back lines, able to get the snipe on the Tims there. Tims is going to be forced to buy back. Paparazzi's just going for tier 4.
Dude, I noticed that. He just like hit it twice. Like, wait, what the hell? And they're gonna get a tier. They didn't. They're gonna get a melee racks finally, but they already cleared out like one of the tier 4s. It looks like. Are the wards gonna do it?
They're trying.
Doesn't look like it.
Could be more money. They're greedy for it.
Wait. No.
Yeah, they'll save it. Maybe.
Maybe. We're waiting. Yeah, they do. It kills the effigy. Got the effigy, and now
got it.
The middle of your base is dead. Think if this somehow does go to the next row, the Rasta can actually just kill your throne now. Because there's no buildings in the way. Rasta just double plants. Obviously, that's a far time away, but here's the replay again. And Ninja Boogie, he's out of position right there. It feels like TNC all of a sudden is just making these mistakes. They played so well early, and then just a couple mistakes, and your base is gone.
Not one. And VG's not a team you want to make those mistakes against. No. Obviously, they are super good about being able to take advantage of those openings and just take it right to TNC, as shown.
They have the 3 same cores they've had. They just replaced their supports at TI, and I mean, this core trio is insanely good.
All right, TNC, it's on them now to try to find their way to muster themselves out of this. Gabby and Paparazzi have still been trading that top network spot, but Paparazzi now takes a more sizable advantage because it's dataless now.
Yeah, because the thing is, Arc Warrants, I mean, it's not technically 2 heroes, but it's very close to just being like that net worth is doubled because guess what? It's in another lane. Like right here, look, this is not a hero, like technically. He's just pushing a lane and almost getting a kill. Yep. That net worth feels so much better on an Arc Warden than a Lycan.
Supports cannot push out those lanes against even the clone Paparazzi. It'd just be too much trouble for him.
Okay, this Phoenix, he is actually a big deal. He almost has a sheep stick. He's almost level 25. He is like their team fight. Like Tim's is like, yo, I'll try to do like my Earth Spirit did a while ago, and I'll just try to carry you guys, but it's going to be tough.
It is. Just as they make their approach with the Moonlight Shadow through this mid lane, most of VG have already hightailed it out of there into TNC's jungle front, and they're trying to use the high ground advantage, and they're going to have it here. Jump in from Yang, catches Ninja Boogie only though. Maybe they've jumped a little too soon. They are going to be able to get the snipe onto Ninja Boogie, but he immediately buys back. Maybe they were a little bit more patient. They would have seen a harder committed approach from TNC there and got a bit more under the gun, but they'll just take the free snipe, I guess, of the support.
Yep, they're just going to push in. And I mean, what can you do to stop this? You have all your abilities except Moonlight Shadow. You got to make your final stand here, it looks like. And there goes the wards. Can you make a final stand here? I don't know.
Quick tier 3, could be even a faster Rax here. Jumping from behind on Ori, but the BKB is out. Kuku trying to walk himself on board. The Stampede to go for the repositioning and the finish onto Tims. And he'll be taken out of this one. He's no buyback, no egg. No egg. He had the sheep stick, wasn't able to use any of it. Quite unfortunate there. We'll see if TNC can still hold somehow, but on the way out, it looks like they are going to get the grab on the Gabby, and he's going to get tied up and finish. I think it's over. Yeah, both don't have a buyback, and VG Gaming are now going to own this base. With the tier 4 is already dropped, why not just go for the jugular, go for the finish, and get into game number 2? And it looks like they will exactly do that. GG's been called. TNC had a great advantage there for a while, but things kind of fell flat fast.
Yeah, it felt like TNC, they were definitely winning the early game, and then I mean, I just have to give an MVP to Ori, because that guy, he kept him in the game, even though he had that one little suspect death. The whole reason they were in that